Police say William Whitworth goes by the name Lily. The 19-year-old is now charged with attempted murder after police discovered a detailed plot to carry out mass shootings.
This was a suicidal 19-year-old who was formulating plans for potentially attacking 3 schools and possibly churches.
Nothing more American than an ass cold Bud Light after a long day.
Do not drink this gay ass shit! Ah! What the fuck happened to this transgender beer crap?
Nothing's given to you. Nothing's handed out to you. You work hard. Trump worked hard. Regardless, he's not perfect. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a saint. We all have our flaws in life. We all have flaws in life, right? But we don't prosecute somebody because of their extracurricular activities, his leisure. We're not perfect. If you put the microscope on any one of you guys, none of you guys live a perfect life. Infidelities, cheat, robbery, whatever it is, drug.
Hey peoples, welcome back to my crazy ass YouTube channel. You guys, we're going to be reacting to this crazy fucking video. And I have a lot of other things to talk about, but the focus today is this crazy fucking video that it's called Simply Naked. And this TV show, and I don't know, it's a Dutch TV show that had transgender adults strip naked and to show their naked bodies in front of 10 to 12-year-old children. And, you know, like, I'm probably not going to be able to show this video or any previews on any other app like TikTok or Instagram on this, but I was so grossed out and so many thoughts ran in my brain when I saw this video on Instagram, and I wanted to share it with y'all and share my thoughts on it because it's insane to me, and I have so much to say about that. I'm also going to talk about this trans maniac that was creating a manifesto to shoot up another school and church. And you guys, like, we really need to talk about that as well, because I have some personal feelings about this whole situation. I truly believe it's going to get worse, honestly. Another thing I want to talk about is probably Trump, but right now I don't really know, because I want the facts. Like, I need the facts to come out before I start saying, like, you know, he's innocent or guilty. I don't really know. I like the meme shirts and stuff like that, but I really don't know. Like, we don't know anything, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna like act like I'm a fortune teller and can tell the future, but like deep down in my heart I know how I feel about that. But I don't know if I want to speak on it right now, but we'll see if I feel passionate enough to talk about it. But anyways, let's get started with the video. Also, before we start with the video, I just want to let you know that, like, this video is in Dutch, however, like that. So there will be captions and stuff like that on the screen. So just look at the captions so you can understand what they're talking about, and I will speak, you know, afterwards.
Volwassen mensen geheel uit de kleren, zodat wij er wat van kunnen leren. Deze kinderen in groep 7 en 8 mogen aan hen alles vragen over hun blote lichaam. En vandaag hebben we als gasten transgenders. Het gaat echt om het gevoel dat je van binnen.
Can I just say one thing before we keep going? Why isn't no one in jail? Why isn't no one in jail? Who made this concept? Who thought that letting adults be nude in front of children, who thought that that was okay? Who thought that that was okay? What parent was like, oh, let my child go to this TV show and watch adults strip naked in front of my child? Who? I want to know who allowed this. I would like to know. And whoever did, they deserve a fire squad waiting for them, okay? These disgusting ass bodies.
Ja, en het gevoel, dat kan je gewoon hebben, maar daar kan je ook iets mee doen, zoals ik ook een operatie heb gedaan, maar je kan ook transgender zijn en geen operaties ondergaan. Zie heb ik wel wat in mijn broek, maar ik heb nog steeds een vulva en daar voel ik me niet prettig bij. En vandaar dat ik dan passeer in mijn boxer met mijn pekker erin.
It's the details for me, bitch. Like, why are they going into why is this person going to detail about their private parts as a grown adult to children? Why we need to know about your vulva? Why we need to know about what's in your pants? No one cares. Why can't you just live your life and be normal? Why do you have to go and teach kids about this? Why do kids need to learn about another adult's genitalia? I would like to know. Would you like to know? Because I would like to know. I don't get this. I don't understand why they are so eager to talk to these children about adult like genitalia. I don't get it. I don't get it.
En wat betekent dat? Dat je dus zeg maar van het mannengeslacht, ja, je laat dus gewoon naar het vrouwelijk geslacht.
Op het eerste moment denk je, en op het tweede moment denk je, oh, het is eigenlijk best normaal.
Ja, eigenlijk gewoon heel normaal. Dus het is niet alleen per se.
And now the children think it's normal to do that. Like, okay, in a way, yeah, okay. Okay. In a way, okay, I guess it's normal, but honestly, it's abnormal, okay? Like, it really is. It's not really normal, and the fact that these kids are thinking that it's normal, it's okay, like, you know, that they may feel that type of way, you know? They can convince them to think that type of way, and I don't like that. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, why I think it's so disgusting that these people are teaching these kids that, like, about this kind of stuff, because it can confuse the kids, you know? And it's not normal. It's a mental disorder, you know? Just like, it just is what it is, okay? And I can't really, like, really say what I really want to say, but whatever. That too, he just said, like, gender is a spectrum. No, it's not. It's actually very, 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 like, cut and dry. It's male or female. It's either male or female. You may be a trans person, but at the end of the day, it will forever be male or female. Period. Especially if you're a transgendered woman or whatever like that, and you're presenting as a woman, what other gender would that be? It's just female. It's basically you're portraying what a female is. So what does that mean? Oh, that means that there are only two sexes. That's why. There's no spectrum of gender, okay? Like, it's just one or the other. It just is, okay? Like, I don't understand where we got this from. Like, that's why I hate the MB bullshit, because honestly, this is what it perpetuates, that it's okay, anyone can be trans. Like, no, this is a mental disorder, okay? It's not normal. And there's only two genders, two sexes, period.
Ken je het woord euforisch?
Nee.
Oké, dat is echt heel blij. Echt heel blij. Ik werd wakker en ik wist dat ik geen borst meer had, dat het plat was, dat het was zoals ik altijd heb gewild, zoals ik me van binnen voel. Ik was echt tot het plafond, zeg maar door het plafond vrolijk gewoon.
Een soort van dat je vliegt.
Ja, ja.
Je bent echt wel super blij, hè?
Dat wil ik ook.
The fucking kid just said, I want that too. After that Frankenstein-bodied motherfucker explained how happy they was about their surgery. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Once these people can get to your children, they, like, honestly, if you allow them, they can be influenced. They can be easily influenced. And it goes to show just from that video. Just from that video. Now, imagine how many other children was able to sit there and watch it. How many, like, woke parents allowed them to watch that and, you know, and over there in that fucking country. Do you think no other child was watching that and thinking, like, oh, maybe I'm transgender? You don't have to have surgeries in order to be trans, right? So maybe I'm transgender. You get what I mean? So I honestly feel like this stuff is so disastrous. And honestly, it makes me think about Candace Owens when she talks about how slowly but surely pedophilia is going to be the next thing that they are going to allow.
We have not yet come up with a word that is strong enough to underscore my contempt for transgenderism, my contempt for this dangerous ideology, and my contempt for what is so obviously pedophilia, which is what they're after. It's exactly what they're after.
And honestly, I feel like it's already happening. And to be honest, I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to happen. I know that, like, conservatives and stuff like that, most of the time they are very, very right because they come from a place of logic. I don't want that to be true. I don't. That's the thing about this too. I don't want this to be true, but it's true. And I can't believe we're here at a time where now adults are literally naked and showing their body parts in front of minors, in front of children. How do we get here? I don't get it. How do we get here? And it makes me think about the slippery slope. Like, they've given us an inch and we've took a mile, and it's only going to get worse. It's getting worse, honestly. It is getting worse. Because now, honestly, let's transition to the next story, honestly, because I can go in on that, but it's going to play a part to what we just watched, okay? Now, as you see, in Colorado, there was another trans maniac that literally was making a manifesto and was literally on the third wave of about to purchase a gun to go and target churches and schools with children in it, right? And this goes in hand with how mentally deranged these people are, and how, whether or not they're on hormones or not, I do feel like that plays a factor with these people's hormones. And I do think it plays a factor with how the media is influencing people to think that Republicans are coming for our rights, every single time. That's how they are thinking right now. So these people are becoming more radical, extremely radical, to the point where they are targeting these people. When I feel like, for the most part, Christians and conservatives that I talk to are so normal. They don't even care about trans adults. They only care about the children. They want children to be able to grow up to be at the appropriate age in order to do what they want to do. And it doesn't mean that they hate them. And it doesn't mean that, just because they do that, it doesn't mean that there is an objective truth of what a female and a male is, you know what I mean? And that those people should have their own spaces. Trans people should have their own spaces. That doesn't mean that race is what male and female is, and that gender is a spectrum. No, it's not. Objective truth is male and female. It just is what it is. But these people are different. And that is what makes them special, you know what I mean? In their own way. And, they just need to have their own spaces so they won't get in the way of what women, because they are the most, how can I say, vulnerable in our society, you know what I mean? And biological males cannot be in the same spaces as women. It's like that for a reason, because there is a difference between sexes, period. But anyways, I truly do feel like that the radicalization of everything, and especially with how, I don't think that people like Matt Walsh help this situation, but at the same time, I do think it's very important for him to speak up and say how he feels, because at the same time, who is going to speak out against this grotesque, pedophilic, perverted people? Who I'm not saying that they all are, but these people, it's coming to a point where a lot of them are agreeing with this. And you see people being like, trans rights are else. I see people being like, oh, you think that you think that we're gonna go away? You're gonna respect us. You're going to accept us, whether you like it or not.
Let me tell you something about LGBTQ rights, about trans rights. This is only going in one direction. You will respect us. You can be upset. You can be angry. You can think it's unfair. You can feel like we're stealing something from you. But it's still only going in one direction. You will respect us.
You don't think that this is another way for them to create more radicalized, I guess you can say militia trans people, I guess, to go and do their dirty work, to destroy these churches and to do mass shootings to these schools? You don't think that that's what they want people to do? Why do you think they were so sympathetic to Audrey Hill? It's all the agenda that they want to push, especially the radical ones who are secretly, not outwardly saying how much they detest the churches and how much they detest Christian schools, but secretly they're probably in their house clapping about what happened to those children in Nashville, honestly, because these people are so sick in the brain. And I think that this is why we have to speak against it. This is why we have to go to the fucking polls. This is why we have to call our senators. We have to, donate and for the campaigns of the people that we want to implement these things to prevent getting this shit to the point where we can't say anything. I mean, look at what happened in Canada recently. They've, proposed like what I think is a new bill that's going to happen for LGBT people, where people cannot protest against them. Like, taking away your fucking freedoms, even though they're a different country from us. I don't want to say that this could happen here in America, where they can take away our freedom to protest against LGBT people or things that we just generally don't like. But honestly, it wouldn't shock me at this point, because look at how the White House just pandered to the trans community after the Nashville shooting. There is something going on, and we really have to talk about it. I don't give a fuck whether or not you think that, non-binary people is valid or not. Trans people are valid, and you love trans people, and that, you probably love Dylan Mulvaney. You probably even watched me. And it's okay. It's okay. But you have to, like, if you want to be equal in America, you should allow us to speak on whatever the fuck we want to speak on. And it's right. It's right. You just are biased. And I get it. I understand that. But there has to be some balance in this world. It wouldn't be America if people didn't, like, not have differences and not like everything that other people like. It wouldn't be America. And if you allow people to take that value away from us, we are not going to be no better than fucking China. I mean, look at what's going on right now with China and Russia and stuff like that. They're colluding together to fucking, like, dude, they're not even, like, investing in us no more. They're not even, like, valuing our fucking dollar anymore. What do you think is going to happen? Like Joe Biden, he keeps on endorsing Ukraine, and, they want Ukraine to win over Russia, the one who has the nukes, that has more money than fucking Ukraine. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what do you think is going to happen to our dollar? It's going to completely collapse. They're going to go to war with these fucking people. They're going to go to war with these fucking people. And if China goes and take over Taiwan, Joe Biden literally says he's going to go and fucking defend Taiwan. Why do you think Nancy Pelosi was over there in fucking Taiwan a couple months ago, a year ago, whatever like that? Dude, our economy is like imploding, bitch. It's like imploding, okay? And right now it's infecting our young people in America. And alongside with the border and China sending fentanyl to Mexico, and Mexico sending fentanyl through our borders and killing Americans every fucking day. And then you have TikTok, where, like, even though, they're parsing on the bill, they want to ban TikTok, but guess what? There's a crutch. They want to take away your freedoms as well, to be able to look at information that you want online. They want the government to control what you see online. It's not about even banning China, because they're literally indoctrinating children with propaganda from the left that we've created. It's for their own gain to control us. So everything's fucked, and I think that it goes to show with what's going on with Trump too, like how they're so eager to take down their opposition. I mean, like, even the judge has said, like, they want to get Trump. You elect me, I will get Trump. These people literally let criminals roam the fucking streets. I'm not saying that Trump is innocent or guilty. I don't really know. I'm really neutral on the situation, but I do support him. I do support him, but I'm not endorsing him. You know what I mean? I don't even like DeSantis either. I like the one guy, Vivek, whatever his name is. I like him more than any of them, because I think he's really genuine and passionate, and he didn't sell us the V like Trump did, and he didn't cause us to go inflation like Trump did. Like, okay, like, period. Even though Joe Biden is the one who really, took the inflation and ran with it, bitch. But, Trump was the cause of it because of COVID. But anyways, I really do think that everything is imploding, and honestly, it's so sad. Like, I don't even wear makeup out anymore. I don't even wear makeup out anymore because I feel like someone's probably gonna think that like I'm a trans person or some shit and think that I'm gonna go in the fucking store and try to like bomb the place or some shit. Because people have like right now with what's going on, like I don't want to look like I'm associated with that group. I just don't, and that's why I'm not wearing makeup or anything, because I just don't feel comfortable right now with what's going on in the world. And I know that this went from a reaction to like a rant, but like, do y'all feel me right now on that? Like, everything just doesn't feel right. Something's in the fucking air, bitch. And by the way, I've actually bought those not guilty shirts by Trump because I just think they're funny, and like it's so funny. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I didn't think that Andrew Tate was guilty, so maybe Trump isn't guilty, but who knows? He's a rich, powerful, like billionaire man. He can pay off anybody, honestly. And I thought that this shit was over with. I thought that Stormy Daniels like lawyer was like a fraud or some shit like that. Like I thought that was all settled. It just goes to show like the Democrats, they just want him to be down, okay? Like I don't fucking give a fuck. They just want to be down. But anyways, it doesn't mean I'm gonna vote for him because of that shit. Because bitch, I don't know. We'll see what happens, honestly. I'm still conflicted. But anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts on all of this. It's really sad about what they're trying to push with this pedophilic shit, and it's causing more and more people to be so bold, and the media is really our fucking enemy. Like, they're really causing these people to be radicalized and to want to murder people because they have different opinions nowadays. It's so fucking sick. And I really hope that you guys be prepared for anything. And, you know, they're also trying to do digital currency, just like in China, the communist bullshit, where they can control your money and control your dollar. You better get ready, bitch. This shit's about to go down. I can feel it. It's in the air. And if you're not smart enough to know what to do, like, it's just it's what it is. Like, you better learn how to plant and grow your own garden or some shit. Like, I feel like I could do it anyways. Regardless, you better, like, you know, go out there, buy you some firearms to protect yourself. Some shit is going on. But also, I wanted to say something else about that Colorado shooter. I'm so happy that they've gotten that person, you know, like that, because usually they're not prepared to do that, you know. And I've seen some shit going on with, like, you know, Ron DeSantis. People are getting mad because Ron DeSantis has, like, you know, no permit fire. Like, you can get a firearm without getting no permit. But I see people getting outraged about that because Florida has that bill now. But they haven't had a mass shooting at schools since 2018. Last time I checked. And Ron DeSantis put in the legislation there that they have armed guards at their school. And they literally have signs about, if you come into our school, you will get shot. Like, there hasn't been any mass shootings that I know of. And if there even was to have, if one was to even occur, don't you think that the shooter would be able to step 2 feet into the fucking school? I don't think so. So, you guys, some of you are retarded out there, and you need to, like, do your research and look at what's going on and how. I do think the Sanchez do have good policies, but I don't know if he'll be good to run this fucking country. I don't know. He just doesn't seem, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Whatever happens, happen. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm done. I'm done, bitch. I can't. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to be yourself, no one else. I gotta go, because honestly, these motherfuckers have pissed me off, and I have so much more to say, but I can't. Anyways, bye.